Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Shonen Ronins. And we are back for another My Hero Academia reaction, My Hero Academia review, Black Clover review, Kaiju number 8 review, and possibly, well, just the Red Hood review as well, that one shot. But folks, we can't wait to do this reaction. Technically, I'm pretty sure me and Vash are the only people who have not read the chapter, and we've probably been spoiled by a lot of people, including our own team, apparently. So let's just get straight to it into our intro. Welcome, guys. How you all doing? This is Sam the Manga Man here, and here with me is my co-host, my number one, LegendDVash, and we are here. We are back for another Shonen Ronin. And yes, James and Ray will be here soon to join us right after we finish our reaction for My Hero Academia. We're just giving them an extra 10-15 minutes, well, maybe even less, because we
I'm not
read
saying
pretty
like that's
fast.
probably a lot less.
Yeah,
I'm
we,
not
we
saying, like,
read
we
pretty
usually don't
fast.
take long.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
like a good 8 minutes. They'll probably join us. A little 8 minutes, but yeah, I'm here. Recording again from my car. I think last time I recorded from my car like was episode 6 of Shonen Ronin, like a good 5 weeks ago. So round 2 of this, so that's a lot of fun.
But yeah, it's all good. It's okay. We're here now. We want to do this reaction. We kind of want to read this now. We already know a little bit spoilers of who's here, who came in. But and yes, Dem
Oh
is
no.
right. Dem is correct. We all called it, and we pretty much can see what's gonna happen for 319. There is a break for My Hero Academia for next
That's
week,
true. Yeah.
but we will try to fill in that space with another manga to replace. Who knows? Maybe Mashle, maybe Undead Unluck. We will probably have a poll on Twitter and probably on our membership, in our community chat. We'll have a vote of what you got. What do you guys think that we should review for next week? But until
Yeah.
then, we are going to start our My Hero Academia reaction. Guys, always remember, like, comment down below, and subscribe to the Anime Lately channel. Of course, and if you love me, or you love Vash, or you love James, or you love Ray, please, we always appreciate your support. Thank you. And now let me just go logo and our tag. You good to go?
Yeah, we're good to go.
All right, cool. You want to
All
start
right.
this off then?
I got you. We're switching up our approach, Deku. At this rate, you're not going to last much longer. The official dispatch dates for the foreign heroes will be decided soon. That means there will be a lot more personnel.
Personnel.
A lot more personnel.
Personnel.
Personnel available to expand our operation. You're key to all this, so we can't have you running yourself into the ground. I'm still on my feet. I'm fine, and I can't get the villains time to prepare. And this is chapter 318, Reckless. Beep beep.
Without the W. Okay. All right. He's smoking. Listen, ninth. Your wounds are far from healed, and it's not yet time to throw caution to the wind. And I guess he's using his boosts, his Fujin maybe. Nope. No. He's just regular jumps. My own feeling place a heavy burden on him. Nah, the kid sees every cause as a worthy one. For better or for worse, the manifestation of our quirks has enabled him to act on his primal motivations. He now seeks to save everyone as a true superhero. I'm wondering, is the soul of All for One talking, or is it like somebody else talking in general though? I'm
That's a
asking.
good question.
I'm asking because like I think this would be very cool for a voice actor to voice into it and kind of thing. That's what I'm thinking.
That'll be very interesting. Um, he's choosing the right path. Do you think so, leader? In action is not an option, especially given the circumstances. That's how it is for those of us who bear the one for all. That said, if there's anything that could booster Izuku Midoriya now, it would be then we see the stadium crumbles, him fighting a good 10 villains or
They're ganging up on
people,
him. Yeah, in the street
yeah,
gangs.
trying to get by him, and then trying to save two others, and then Blackwood being used, and
Are you hurt? Multiple quirks. Are you working for All for One? What? No. Great. Glad to hear it. And they just dip. We're fine. Really, we're just dandy. All right. More danger sense alerting. Or everyone's got it rough. What does All for One want? Where is he? I have to put a stop to Shigaraki and the league. Yo, too much responsibilities on your shoulders, bro.
Yeah, I can't let them hurt anyone else. I have to complete one for all. Now it's your turn. Flashback for that. So that everyone can live their lives in peace and safety. He's probably a fucking kaiju. The fuck is this? God damn. He goes around, his whole suit's almost beat up us out. Flashback to his mom, Gran Torino, though he looks on my Razorhead, he saves other people, so we can all
Smile together again. All right. A reckless, rampaging born of anxiety and impatience. You take on the world alone to the point of exhaustion and ruin. Yes, indeed, you're just as he described. Numbers
shit.
and power in numbers, I say. Take you in will bring me security. You're a dictator, an escapee from Tartarus, another hired gun. Yo, Deku knows knowledge too.
It does. Let's look my page over here. Let's hope you're the one who tells me where All for One is. Ho ho ho! Spawning for a fight, are you? Very well, a fight you shall have against the ignorant masses themselves. We can control our bodies. Dictator, the one who caught him 5 years ago, was Trust. It was during the
Rest in
bloodless
peace, Crust.
surrender case. That is true. His quirk is Despot. Despot. His control over others can only be broken with a strong blow to his victims or by knocking them out. Of course, taking precaution by having those civilians shoot him. I can't resort to a big powerhouse move. What about Air Force? No, I don't have my gloves. Maybe Blackwood. This isn't our fault. Our bodies aren't listening to us. We're not trying to hurt you. I know that's okay. I'll free you all this. You'll be fine. I just need a strategy.
Dude, you need rest. And then that
Oh
punk
shit!
armor piercing
Oh, shit!
shot. Ooh, he took him clean. If there's anything that could bolster Izuku Moria now, it would be he's here, guys. His whole team, his whole classmates. He's here.
Yo, that fucking I love that panel. That panel looks beautiful with our Bakugo. Oh, that's just dope. Yo,
Good?
I think this is the best Bakugo panel I've seen from Hori. It's so clean. I don't know.
I mean, the last time we've seen Bakugo was he was in a hospital bed and screaming and yelling and shit. So this is the best one in a long time. So anyway, guys, this has been our reaction for the new chapter for My Hero Academia, chapter 318. Let's have our boys here come in.
You're like, let me in. Let me in.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. They need to give us a camera. There we go. Yo, James.
What's good, bros?
How you doing?
Doing good. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you, man.
Doing good. What's up, James? How you doing?
Chilling, bro. I am ready to have a nice, relaxed Sunday, but we're gonna get to talk about some really good chapters today. I was reading along when you guys were reacting to it, and I can't wait to talk about My Hero later.
Do we agree if we're gonna do My Hero first and then Kaiju and Black Roar, or we're doing My Hero last?
I mean, we can ask chat like what they want. I would vote for My Hero last.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I need to at least absorb a little bit more and have my thoughts together from My Hero Academia, so more into the review. Because especially since me and Vash just recently read this, and we're probably the last ones to read this.
Yeah, I usually read chapters like 3 to 4 times before I'm ready to actually talk about it. So yeah, take a little time. Take a little time. We can start off with Kaiju or Black Clover.
Ray's in the chat with us technically. Yeah, we need to get more service.
Well, Ray needs more time, so we can start off with Kaiju and save Black Clover.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, got it. All right, if I want me to Kaiju, I love Kaiju. If Sam wants to start with the time code, while I talk about it, because I just read the chapter today for Kaiju, not this past Thursday, and actually the focus of this Kaiju chapter actually gave a lot of information knowing about the number 6. Like, okay, we cannot use number 6, like we, try to control it. So that's pretty interesting that we find out more about it. And we were right about what we said a couple of weeks ago when we said that there's obviously other divisions and other first captains.
Mm-hmm.
And we were curious about, like, are we going to see them? and we saw one of them with like a big blade ass out. I'm like, yo, that blade is huge. Like he was ready to kill Kafka. I'm like, no, don't kill Kafka. We need him alive. So
But like
I
that,
love this chapter.
it's like we all saw this. We knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Especially they have to cover their masks because you're gonna have to give the mangaka some time. Like, all right, how am I gonna design this character? Am I gonna design this character? What's their story? What's their writing? What is their weapon? Right now, we just got a sample of who's this new guy is, what his weapon's capable of, and the kind of a little bit of his personality, which is to like, yo, I am for my captain, my commander, man. Like he, even though he's like, yo, you stay out of this, let me handle this one on one. But it's like, bro, you're beaten half to death, and you don't want me to come in and help you right now.
Yeah, he's still the general. Like he still has responsibilities. You can't just go rogue and do whatever you want all the time.
Yeah, like it's like, yo, you didn't tell us to come in. Another like, yeah, I was handling it. And he's like, he did surpass my expectations, so I got my ass. So I'm like, no shit, you're against the wall, bleeding out and shit. So no shit that he affects me to your expectations. So, but that was dope to see that the general respected Kafka because he kind of saw him as underwhelming, but he was happy that he actually overwhelmed the general. So that's what he actually had the pleasure of him telling the other people inside the council, saying like, "Yo, I'm still the boss, guys. So whatever the fuck I say goes, even though y'all don't agree, y'all oppose. I think this guy Kafka, the A Kaiju, we could fuck with him and he could help us out. So he was trying to make sure that he's useful for us as the nation. Because right now he even said it that our nation could die any minute if we're not prepared for it. And I feel like that's very important. Why he said that to the council, and that's when they were like, "Oh shit, he actually might be right."
Yeah, I mean, these are things that we talked about like really early on when this fight started.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about the fact that for the general to be interesting, it has to be way more than, oh, you're a kaiju, I want you dead, right? Like he wants to see what Kafka is made of, what the kaiju is made of, like Ray brought up a couple episodes back. He wants to see what they can do together or separate. Does the kaiju control Kafka? Does Kafka have control of the kaiju? And we still don't know 100% yet. And I'm glad that we don't have full clarity on that yet. But the general does see that Kafka is willing to do absolutely anything to be an officer of the defense force and to protect humanity. So that was something that he needed to see. And like in any medium, you don't know someone until you fight them, right? So this was just another example of that, having the general fighting Kafka to find out what he's really about. And I love that by the end, he calls him Kafka and not Kaiju number 8. I love that because he does have a respect for Kafka in some regard, because much like Ray just brought it up in our chat, and I was going to talk about it, but when he was talking about the fact that Kaiju number 6 is completely incompatible as a weapon to anyone. So he's looking at this from a military standpoint. Like, we could use Kafka because we can use his knowledge of the kaiju that he's been helping us before. There's never been any incidents. He's been protecting everyone this entire time. And even if we turned him into a weapon, he could end up in cold storage like number 6 and be completely incompatible. So instead of wasting the talent, instead of wasting that weapon, that power, let's use him and see what he can do. And if you keep him under the advisement of the captain and the vice captain of the 3rd division, then he'll be fine, right? And we'll actually get to see what Kafka will be able to do. Because these last couple of chapters has showed us that Kafka still doesn't have 100% control of this power.
He doesn't.
And there's still so much more power for him to learn. So everything that we've gotten before is all super important. So I'm very excited to see what comes next. This chapter was awesome. The art was awesome. And I can't wait to get into more details.
Like, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of hints too that number 6 was so powerful. It was the one that literally caused, like they said it themselves, within that 10 years ago, all that destruction of number 6 was the reason why Kafka and his childhood friends, families, and parents were gone because of that monster.
30 officers.
Yeah.
Dead.
It just tells us right away, like, yeah, that number 6 was the whole motivation of Kafka, his childhood friend, a lot of people who needed to join the forces and everything, because that's going to play the whole big story. I feel like number 6 is basically Karuma in Naruto back in the past when it was just being used to destroy a village, used just to destroy this location. Go for it.
I was gonna say, my theory is that it would be very like what Sam's just saying. What James brought up is like it will be very foreshadowing that
Mhm.
if the girl Mina uses the Kaiju number 6 as her weapon.
I mean, I think she would have tried it already.
Yeah, I feel
and
like
she's just incompatible, just like everyone else.
I'm more surprised. Like, I wouldn't be too surprised if she didn't have a Dai Kaiju weapon set either, though, and neither does
We don't know.
Captain.
Because we know that Mina's one of the most powerful commanders, right? So
Yeah.
I'm sure they would have tried to see if she was compatible with number 6 first.
I think
Good
what,
point.
Because if she can wield it, then you have an extremely powerful weapon, especially when more Dai Kaijus are coming out of the woodwork. So I personally feel like she would have tried it already, but I don't know.
maybe they are looking for someone who can wear the suit and be 100%, and that's the only way number 6 can be used as the weapon. Because so far, the closest we ever got was 98 or 99%, and that was from
I think that she didn't want it. She didn't want it. And so, based on the trauma she had with that attack, she didn't want anything to do with the kaiju.
Yeah, that's
That
a
makes
good
sense
point.
too.
Good point,
That
Ray.
makes sense too.
That's a good point.
You're playing God in our voice chat right now, but we can't wait to see you.
Maybe Kafka will be the one handling Kaiju number 6 because he could actually control the power of him having the Kaiju body and the Kaiju inside him. So maybe he's the one that could control the 6, where he actually could withstand and control the uncontrollable power.
So that entire hint is number 6 is the very important part, especially towards the last page when Kaiju number 9 technically. So he molted. He finished his metamorphosis, which makes
Creepy as hell.
Which
Creepy.
gives an idea. Okay, if you don't kill these kaijus right away, they will shed their skin and get even more stronger, which is what we like. Because like we don't want like a whole same power level kaiju. We want them to get them stronger, and that gives the character stronger. And who can actually beat them is either through teamwork or you have an overpowered kaiju weapon yourself. Basically, I'm pretty sure what he's saying is when he said, better take that kaiju power that's fallen into human hands and give it back to the kaiju. That is definitely number 6. Even though, like,
I also thought
first thought might have been kaiju number 8. No, it's literally number 6. They need that weapon of mass destruction in order to, like, take down the entire
I think he was talking about most of them, if not all of them. Like, he wants all those powers back.
Maybe?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, all of them. Yeah, why not, right?
I mean, it could be like the whole.
By the way, I think that Kafka we're going to find out that he has to eat the other kaiju like Eric to get their powers.
Oh,
I was
wow.
about to say some shit like that because it's pretty interesting if he has to eat other Daikaijus and other types for him to get different powers. Like some type of Power Ranger, like eat different type of morphing or eat different type of blood samples of the kaijus to get different type of,
like.
God, we're having a hard time communicating you.
It's like Ben 10 or like Rex. Like they could, have different blood samples of those kaijus and use their different powers like that. It's what I was like thinking.
I don't know. That it's interesting, but I feel like that would make Kafka a little too OP. Like,
Yeah.
If anything, I would love like what Spicy was saying, where Kafka could potentially use number 6's weapon as his weapon at some point, because we have to get to the point where number 9 becomes more powerful than him, or there's some other like humanoid kaiju hybrid that's more powerful than both of them, and then he'll need a weapon, and then he'll be the one to wield number 6. I can see that happening, but him like kind of, for lack of a better term, absorbing like other Daikaijus, like I feel like that's a little too much, although it would be very interesting.
I feel like it's more like a little overplayed still, because now it's like My Hero Academia and like, oh, we have multiple quirks, so we have multiple powers. The enemy has multiple powers. I don't know. I feel like it's a whole repeat in a sort of way. Like it's just
for me, I don't see it like that because we know kaijus and monsters, like they have different powers and quirks. Like, yes, if he eats them, but that reminds me like Ben 10 and everything, like a little different, grabbing different type abilities from different swords. But I see where you're coming because it's from the same roster of Shonen Jump,
Yeah.
so I get it.
Like the pillars
But
are like two similar abilities if you were to
Yeah.
let it to absorb. Oh, he gets this power. Oh, what kind of power is this? What kind of power is that? It's fun. It's interesting where you're gonna have to be more creative of what kind of power that you're gonna need, but at the same time, it's being overused and recycled from other series. You want to try to have be different from the other series,
Right.
And like Kaiju number 8 is very popular, and like right now, currently the mangaka is switch. The manga itself is switching to a
Oh,
bi-weekly
yes.
series. So, because the mangaka is
Okay.
trying to reorganize everything, which I'm actually okay with it. Give the artist
Yeah,
some more
yeah.
time, give him some ideas, research, and then draw on everything.
All I ask for is 25 to 28 pages bi-weekly. Sure.
They're like, yeah, take a break. Just give me 25, 20 pages, and give me a story, and give me comedy, and give me fight kaijus. That's all I want, all right?
Well, why,
Take
why,
it by
Ja-
the
why,
money,
why
but have me
James? Are you a
separate.
professor now? You want us in double spaces and want a cover page and references
Yes.
to?
Yes. But
Put it
check out
in
what
the
check out
left
what
index.
Spicy said. I'm curious about your thoughts. Explain his hybrid human heart and kaiju heart will be the key to wielding number 6. What do you guys think about that?
That's funny that you bring that up in Spicy as well, because that's what I'm gonna hear page 14 and 15 about the heart, because it's pretty interesting that he don't got a human heart, he has a kaiju heart. And like James brought up much earlier in the beginning of the review, is that I hope throughout the next couple of episode or chapters we get snippets of his kaiju inside him. Like, we don't need to get a full story or full arc, but I just want to get like panels or pages at least to know more about the kaiju inside him. Because when kaiju number 9 at the end said, I need to go retrieve the other kaiju that they have in their hands to return it back to the kaiju. So I'm like, is there like a supreme kaiju that he's following orders, or is this like a full type of intellect, like some type of the brain? So I'm very curious to know, like, is this some type of grand scheme, like the one small type of insect kaiju that went inside Kafka? Like, it was just like a rogue type of agent that did not want to be part of it. Like, I don't know, like, these are the questions I asked when I read this chapter. So I found that very interesting about the heart, the kaiju heart, and the human heart. Like, does it all mean something? Does it all relate something that Kafka will actually use this as a type of advantage instead of disadvantage?
I'm sorry, I was confused on the question you're trying to ask. What's advantage and disadvantage?
Well, me, I was not asking a question. I was answering the question of what Spicy and James asked. So I was answering my question towards that.
Oh, the hybrid thing. I definitely can see that for sure, but then it's also gonna have to cause him. It doesn't really show too much of his own trauma or past, because the only thing that we've known from that past is just him seeing his childhood friend crying because she technically lost something important to her. But how much is it like enough motivation for him? Like, it's not a tragic backstory, but it is seeing someone upset and sad, and you want to change that for them, and you want to do anything for them. So the entire motivation for him, of course, it's love for his childhood best friend. To be the answer to control number 6, I feel like the kaiju in his own heart and core and him himself needs to be able to work together in order to control number 6, or to use number 6 the weapon. Because we know like each kaiju and this weapon itself has like a mind of its own basically, and have its own power in itself. But we don't have to see.
You know who I would love to see wield number 6? His friend. What's his
I was
name?
thinking that. I was thinking that too. Like, why not his friend? Like that. That would make him feel like he's on the field with Kafka. Like, that would feel a little nice teamwork.
Yeah, I can't remember what his name is right now.
Neither. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it would be because he's obviously really talented. You can tell that he's a natural at being a defense officer. So I think it would be dope if he ended up Ishikawa. Thank you so much, Spicy. I think it would be dope if he would be able to wield it. That way, he would be even closer to equal footing with Kafka, and then they can fight side by side as a duo
Agree.
against these other human hybrids. Like, I think that would be really dope too. But either way, man, like, that's the best part about Kaiju number 8. Like, it's giving you everything that you want, and it's actually giving you like new stuff that you haven't exactly seen before, but it's also giving you enough things that you've
That's
seen before
right.
to keep you interested. You know what I mean?
You right? Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sir.
Excellent. So hey, go with me on this journey real quick. So what if in the past, Kafka was like mortally injured as a child, and Kaiju number 8 was there and didn't like what the Kaiju did to those folks, and gave half of its cells to help Kafka like heal as a child, and was just coming to become whole again when he found him as an adult.
I mean, I think that's dope actually. Like it would give the story so much more depth. Well, not the story depth, but just like
But the
like
character.
Yeah.
the mechanics of how the story works. Like when you said that, I instantly thought about Attack on Titan, where it kind of seemed pretty simple, and then they
Yeah.
added like a bunch of different rules to separate it from everything else. Like
I
that's
see what
that's
you're
what
saying,
that's
yeah.
what I thought of. Yeah,
Fuck with that. I
yeah,
like it.
I fuck with that hard.
you're a little staticky there, God.
I need like don't think about it. The Kaiju obviously
Ray, you're a little staticky over there.
It'll jump in and out. The Kaiju are just as organized as anticipating there's some division too.
Can you repeat that, please?
RayApollo, the Greek god.
God is looking for another way to communicate us again. But anyway, we'll come back to it for
It's a-
sure.
But Sam, do you like Ray's theory? Do you fuck with his theory? What do you think?
I mean, yeah, like, because eventually we're gonna have we need the main character's backstory, because he's the main character for a reason, and we're gonna have to learn about his trauma and stuff like that. But definitely for sure, like also like James' theory. Hopefully, it is like Attack on Titan where you don't know at first, and then you don't, and then it'll just keep piling on, and then hopefully we have that arc where we get that kind of past story, and it's a lot more messed up sort of way. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm fine if it's this simple, because it is really, really good. I'm having the time of my life reading Kaiju number 8. But if you're gonna tell me that you're adding in layers to where this kaiju has kind of been around Kafka's entire life, I think that would be really, really interesting and really compelling. So either way, like I'm here for it. Like again, I love Kaiju number 8. Like
It's
this
really
shit is
fun.
so good. Like the general instantly just from these chapters, like I love him. Like I love the way his mind works. And it's like he's not going to take shit. Like the rest of the board is like, we should kill him. We should kill him. We should put him down. We should not try to use him as a weapon. And it's like, no, there's more Dai Kaijus coming out of the woodwork. There's more Kaiju human hybrids all over the place. This is the best way to utilize him. Like if it was possible with number 6, who knows how many lives they could have saved, right? So he's thinking so many steps ahead, where these guys are here just trying to be political. So instantly, just from these chapters, and again, you learn so much about someone watching them fight. And that's what I got from the general. I love the way that he thinks and he strategizes.
I mean, yeah, I'm definitely glad that he's not one dimensional. That's what we talked about previously before. Like we hoping that he has more brains, he has more intelligence. It's like, oh no, this kaiju killed my wife, and I'm on revenge mode. Nope, I'm just need to test him if he's really human, or if he's just a out of control kaiju. If I have to kill him, is a threat, or he can be useful for us as a weapon. But nope, I see him as a real human being. He still wants to live. He can work with us, and even though this entire like general office army does not agree and are feeling cautious and dangerous, this is something we need to take a risk for, because if 10 years we can't have a repeat of 10 years ago, they are still ever getting stronger and more numbers. We need a way to balance out the world where we can actually stand a chance against these kaijus. And I'm glad that he has this rational thought, not using his wife's sacrifice, her death, as an excuse to kill every single kaiju, have the whole rage mode kind of thing. Nope, I gotta think rationally. I gotta think a future for my daughter, because even though he does have that stern look, but he does care about his daughter. He does care about humanity, and he's the one in charge. He can't hesitate. He cannot like change reaction, facial reaction, or anything. He has to be the pinnacle leadership for this entire kaiju elimination kind of team. And I'm glad for this. It's very good. This is very good storytelling for the general
Big facts,
himself.
bro.
I'm curious to see the second division captain, because we have seen the third division which is Mina, we've seen the first division, the guy that has a big sword, but now we haven't seen this. Now I'm curious to see the second division. And do we know how many divisions are there? Like 5, 6, 7, or do we know it's just those first 2 and 3?
I
forgot.
don't recall.
They don't.
I don't recall if they told us how many divisions.
Huh. Chat, can you see if you remember? Maybe Spicy, because I know Spicy did her bench not that long ago, so maybe she probably remembers more. Because I'm really curious to know if we know how many, because I'm curious to know if we're still going to make that new team, if that new team is going to be very random and be together. So I'm really curious about that.
Spicy also said Kafka's even said that in order to become stronger and beat kaiju, he'd rather die as a human. Yeah, like he would live
Respect,
and
that's
breathe
very
die
true.
as a human and not as the monster.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Hey, preach, my brother, preach on that. And quick question: is it me or does Kaiju number 9 look like he got more spikes, like more
Yeah,
type
he
of
did.
armor?
He metamorphosed.
He did, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, from this metamorphosis, yes. This was his
Yeah.
second evolved form. We don't know how much stronger he is, but last time he fought Kaiju number 8, he was Kafka. Sorry, I gotta get the term correctly. He technically could have lost. All he had was a great dodging ability, if I'm correct, because he had that long range invisible pistol shots.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those shots.
Now, like we don't know how
this
much.
was really cool, by the way.
It was really cool. I'm thinking if can Kafka do that too now? It's like, does that mean like
or
every
something
battle,
like it, right?
every battle
'Cause,
that
like,
he
you're-
loses or something? Is he a Saiyan? Every battle he loses, he gets stronger, or he evolves?
Yeah, like he has to come up with some type of long range attack. Because everything he has right now is close quarters combat.
Mm-hmm.
He needs something that's long range. So
He
I'm
needs
very excited to see
projectiles.
like
Yeah, I could
when
definitely
he'll
see
figure that out.
and not just like the kaiju guns and weapons in itself. I would be very cool. You have a cannon for an arm kind of thing. He could switch forms and everything. If he's able to at least hyper regenerate his whole entire body, I'm pretty sure he could at least bring out a change out a gun or buster or cannon or something like that. That would be cool.
It's gonna be pretty interesting. With what next chapter is gonna be on. Wait. Is that next chapter July 8th?
No,
Huh. So
it starts its
so-
bi-weekly break. It starts its bi-weekly, I think.
also starts his bi-weekly starting in 2 weeks. Okay, that's fine with me.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
done.
I was wrong. Okay, so
Yeah, it says
actually,
next chapter in 4
July
days,
8th.
right?
July 8th.
Well,
Yeah,
that's weird.
because on the app it says in 4 days, but then on the chapter
The actual
it says
chapter
July 8th.
says the 8th. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So-
I'll trust the chapter.
We will see what happens. It comes out Thursday. We'll review it this Sunday. If not, we'll review it on July 12th. So you guys will see on the review and everything like that. Ray, you're still there to tell us your last thoughts, your comments, your live?
Yeah, it doesn't look
Guy?
like he's there.
Yeah, the last thing he said was in our Zoom chat. He says, "Peel the onion, peel that onion."
He said, peel that onion, huh?
Because remember when James
Huh?
said the layers, like many layers.
Yeah,
of
peeling back the
story?
layers of the story.
There, that's what he
Ah.
meant. Not what you think. He's not Shrek. It's like layers. Onions have layers. Ogre has layers. We both have layers. You get it?
I'm like, what does he mean? Huh?
So let's. I guess next thing we want to go into is the Black Clover review.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
again, Sam, sadly you don't read Black Clover to join us. Like Sam, as much as I joke around, I would have loved to hear your thoughts about Black Clover. But I'm curious to know, as a person that is not a fan, but once you read, I'm curious to see your thoughts. But who knows if you ever will get there to read or anything like that? Who knows?
Well, for now, I'm gonna hide myself, and I'm gonna be behind the scenes in the chat and do all the designs for the live chat. So, see you guys in a couple minutes. Hopefully, Ray could jump in with camera, and I could do the
Yeah.
whole everything in the background.
There's really not that much to talk about in this chapter, if I'm being honest. Yeah, so it'll just be a couple minutes.
Okay, cool.
All right. So James, let's hear your thoughts first, because I'm curious to hear what you thought about this chapter. Because for me, I like it, but at the same time, I didn't. I kind
Really?
of wanted more. I wanted more of it, but I'm like, I was hoping Noel really did kill Bianca, and then Midgekula could take it over the body. But if I'm correct, tell me if I'm wrong. Did Bianca technically die because Midgekula just said that once I take over the body and manifest, their body becomes dead. Is that what I understood from what Magicula meant or said?
Maybe. How I took it is that Magicula doesn't care if Vanica dies or if
Yes.
Lolopechka dies, but Magicula also wants to have a little bit more fun first. That's how I took it anyway. Like eventually, like she needs them to be dead so that like her manifestation can be complete. But I don't know if Vanica is dead in this moment. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. But loved I thought this chapter was fun, but like you, I needed a little bit more, right? Like we got to see a little bit more of this fight between Noelle and Vanica. Like watching Noelle like move around in her Valkyrie armor always impresses me. Like I can't wait to see these panels animated.
Dope color page too, like really dope color page with the
Oh
front
yeah.
with her like in the back right there and the wings down and like that was really dope type of angle and everything. And my favorite panel, I don't know about you, James, but that drop kick that Noel
Yeah,
gave
bro.
her in page 6, like she literally get that drop kick high up. I'm like, oh no, literally said swing that drop kick from the down to below to up. I'm like, oh, I don't know why, but a panel is so small, so thin, but I loved it because it's just like drop kick and Bianca. I'm like, well deserved, no, well deserved. I love that shit. Dope.
Oh yeah, I love it when Noelle puts in work. Like I've already said it millions of times. She's one of my favorite female MCs. So it's like I love watching Noelle like that. Like you were saying, that flip kick where she just kicks Vonica in the face. God, that was awesome. And then yeah, man, like just watching her move around in her Valkyrie armor. And then Vonica is so weird. She's like, "This is great. I'm having so much fun. Does this mean that we're friends?" It's like, no, bro.
I'm like, bitch, you wilding. Like
You killed my
somebody,
mom. Not friends right now.
and you telling somebody to stab you, trying to fight and kill you, and just because you killed a mom and everything, and you call this excitement, and then you call it, yo, we should be friends. I'm like, yo, this.
Yeah, does this make us rivals now?
I'm like, this ain't fairy tale. Like, it doesn't fairy tale. I get that, I was joking right there, but Bianca, like, you wilding right now. So and then I love those in this in the text being this bold. I love how she says as if. Like it felt like such a diva type of comment. Like as if. Like so good. I don't know, fuck with that type of lie, yo. It was dope, straightforward, and those two simple words.
Yeah, I love Noelle. I love Noelle. And it's like, I mean, I wished that Vonica died in this moment. And then, like you said, Magicula either takes over the body or just she can't fully manifest until they're dead. But I feel like she should have completely she did take over Vonica's body because if you look at what page is this? Page 14, like she's using Vonica as a puppet right now. So she's technically using her body. And then like she upgraded the curse on Lolopechka. I actually think the design looks pretty sick. Like she looks like a demon.
So when she said that, and Lucifer and the others haven't noticed us, there are souls of 3 vastly powerful mages of the same sex here. So what I thought she meant is Bianca, Lolo, and Charlotte, because I feel like Charlotte was connected there as well because Charlotte has a curse too. So that's what I felt. Do you think it was those 3, or do you think Noelle instead of Charlotte? Well, what did you think?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was Charlotte.
Yeah, because I feel like Charlotte and everything. And then like that panel, that double spread of the last page, it was dope. But I felt like we needed one more page to wrap it because I feel like it was so dope. But then Magicula design to see her as a lolly, like as a child type of looking type of demon. I'm like, I was hoping for something more evil, like more so like I love her horns.
I feel like she looks pretty evil.
No, she looks evil, like face wise. But I felt like the body was like, I would love her to be more grown up, unless this is not her final form.
Then I mean, I don't think that makes a difference. Like size doesn't indicate like magical power. So I feel like whatever design they wanted to choose, because I mean, Lucifer is already like enormous. You know what I mean? Like not all of them have to be like these enormous demons, but like obviously Magicula is one of the most powerful, like higher level devils that they have. So I like the design, honestly. Like I like the design. I love the silhouette of Vanica being puppeted by Megicula, and Megicula just playing the game. She's like, all right, I mean, I plan to kill Lolopechka and Vanica anyway, but before that happens, I'll let you brawl one more time. You know, and I actually feel like the chapter ended on a really good cliffhanger. As much as I wanted more pages, like this was a good cliffhanger because it's just like now Noelle gets to fight the demon itself, right? That took everything away from her essentially. So I really, really like this, that Noelle finally gets to see the face of the devil.
That, and also I love that Gaja now has to surpass his limits too. Because now Gaja has to fight a Lolo demon version, which is
Yeah,
really
man,
dope.
this is so messed up.
Like it's messed up for him because his job was to protect her and protect the queen. Now he has to fight to save the queen, but
Yeah.
now she probably is 2-3 times stronger than him now, so he has to surpass his limit. And like I'm curious to see what type of lightning type of magic spells is he gonna use, because we barely see him use his Grimoire out. We see him mostly use his only basic magic. So I'm curious to see him use his Grimoire with his basic magic. See what can he bring to the table. What can he surpass with? Because he has to.
Yeah, man. Like I don't know. I'm just ready. I'm ready for more. Like I just feel like some of these chapters have just been so short in terms of like things actually happening. Because we knew we would see this, right? We knew we would see some type of climax to this fight. And we did the Dragon Ball thing, right? Like we somewhat defeated the villain, but now the real villain has arisen. And again, like this design of how Ivanica and Megicula was able to transform Lolopechka, like it's kind of heartbreaking to like watch her like that, and she has no control. It's like she's in the sunken place right now, and her body is just being used to fight against Gaja. And I can't imagine like what Gaja is like thinking right now, like what's going through his head.
I hope we get some type of perspective or thoughts, like at least a page or at least a good 3-4 panels of how Gaja feels, because I don't think we have heard this dude talk throughout this whole fight. Like probably he said one word last chapter or 2
Yeah,
chapters
maybe.
ago. But like I'm like, I want to know at least what he's going through, like his emotion, like at least a page or like, oh damn, I'm finding my queen. This is so hard, and like I'm trying to save her. Like at least something of his emotional type of perspective that the audience could relate to and understand what he's going through, and then boom, back to the fight. I just want at least a couple panels or at least a page for us to see as the audience.
Yeah, man. Like this is the tough thing about reviewing Black Clover week to week, is just like this chapter was so quick and only a few things happened. Is like what else are we talking about?
So like exactly, that's why we're glad we're doing Shonen Ronin, where it's much easier to just talk about the chapter for a good 5-8 minutes, and after that move on to another series to talk about. Like next week, we technically only have Black Clover since Kaiju's on break and everything. So like we gotta
and My Hero's on break too, right?
Yeah, so like we either take a break of Shonen Ronin next week or we just jump in with 2 of the 3 series. So like we just gotta find what else to do with that day. But that's a behind the scenes question, guys. We just asked right now, but we just gotta see what we could bump into, because Red Hood was actually not bad as the first chapter. Did you have the chance to read Red Hood?
No, I'll check it out like maybe tomorrow. When I have some time.
It's only 54 chapters, and it has like the Red Riding Hood film folk tales type of story of dragons, werewolves, and everything like that. And it's pretty interesting. I like it. The art is nice. And the premise is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll check it out then. I had no idea it was coming out until you guys talked about it, and then I saw it like on Twitter and stuff. I was like, all right, I'll check it out. I'll read it tomorrow for sure.
Yeah, we're getting like 2 or 3 other new series this summer. So I think one other series coming out next week, and then 2 other at the end of July or beginning of August. So that's our new batch of manga this year, and then we're gonna see what other series gets canceled and see what's doing better or what's doing worse. So that's what they're trying to see. You know, what does good and then what could leave.
Yeah.
But Ray, you're there, you're live to hear your Black Clover thoughts. So see, before we transition back to my hero, Ray.
Yeah, his signal probably isn't good, or else he would have been here already. I think, at least in the room, off camera.
Yeah, because he said in the chat that he has no signal because he said I'm dead. So yeah. So Vash, have you cut off to Eden Zero yet? I haven't done that. That is my plan. That is my plan for next time. Maybe start meeting this month because I'm currently rereading One Piece for my first time ever. I've rewatched One Piece, but I'm thinking rereading One Piece since me and the guys we all agreed that we're gonna catch up to One Piece. So I'm doing a reread since I've never done that in my life. So it's actually having a good time. I'm having a good time when I reread. James,
Dem,
have you had the chance to read?
read what?
Have Have you continued your reread with? Sorry, not reread. Have you continued your
reading
read
One Piece?
With, yeah,
A couple chapters because I'm reading Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right now. There's a lot of chapters, so I'm trying to read that right now, so I can get caught up. But I am reading One Piece, but I'm only like chapter 20 at this point.
Oh, okay. And Dem asks about webtoons. I haven't had a chance to touch webtoons. It's a process.
Man.
We're going with different directions and everything. But Sam, come back. You can come back now and everything. And Lady of the Books and Coffee, hey, how you doing? Hopefully you've been having a good Sunday afternoon. We just finished reviewing Black Clover. We gave our thoughts. There's a time code down below if you want to hear our Black Clover thoughts. But if you want to hear our 1 minute overall final thoughts before we transition to Sam coming back and everything. Black Clover was alright. Could have been better, meaning not better, but it was something that has been doing over the past couple of weeks where it gives us a snippet, but like we want more of that snippet, and it just gets to welcome back to the next chapter of Dragon Ball Z. But instead of waiting to the next chapter of Black Clover, it's like, I guess I could wait. I don't really have a choice. I'm not the writer. I don't read what's going on, so I just have to wait what you give me. You know, you feed me a good 18 pages, but it feels like 12 because it feels like so fast. But you know,
yeah.
Again,
if we weren't reviewing Black Clover, I would let chapters build up, and then once there's like 50 chapters, I would just binge it, because it really is hard to just be like, all right, well, I have to wait 7 days for another 15 pages, and it's just panels of a fight, and then I have to wait another 7 days. It's like,
and then like 7 panels of fight, but then like 2 pages of actual story, and then the others is more screaming about surpassing limit, and it's like,
yeah,
top of that, like I get it, you're in the mood of the group, but like just give us more of the hint of flashback in the story. I want more of that. Like, I love fights, but give me the more passion in the story, the meaning of it. So it's like, cool, I want more of that.
Yeah, but to answer lady's question, I think Lolopechka may die, not Gaja. I think he'll be injured by the end of this arc, but dead, no. Lolopechka, I think her time's up. But we'll see.
Same. So Sam is back.
What up, guys? So
yo,
Sam back. I guess we're ready to do the My Hero review discussion.
Man, let's get it.
Technically still waiting on Ray, but I guess he'll jump in later. But for now, he's with us in spirit, and the chat can see him. He is here in spirit. We'll just put him right here. Okay. All right, guys. So
as always, we start with James and Ray. Since me and Sam do reactions, James, since Ray's not here, give us your first impressions, your overall thoughts, your straight thing that pop out to you of My Hero. What do you think? Is it because of Bakugo saying that he's here?
Yes. You guys know I think Bakugo's the best secondary MC, period. Love Bakugo. But I love this exploration of continuing to watch Deku push past his limits and going plus ultra in a not healthy way, right? Mm-hmm. You can see later on in this chapter he's falling down. You can tell like he needs rest, he needs to eat, but there's still work to be done, right? And that's a positive and a negative of his current mindset. And I love that Horikoshi is exploring this. It's like, yeah, Endeavor saying like, yeah, we're going to get reinforcements soon, but that's not going to help the people that are being targeted by villains on the street right now. And you can see him bouncing all over the place, saving people, right? Even though he looks completely run down and beaten up, he knows that there's a mission and all he wants to do is save people. So I love that part that Horikoshi put in there, just that duality of Deku doing the right thing, but also not doing the right thing for himself because if he runs himself ragged, then he might end up dead, right? He might get caught slipping. So he needs help. He needs to stop. He needs to rest. He needs to eat and accept the help from his friends. And we'll get into that a little bit later.
Definitely for sure. Vash, you want to go next?
I would just say that I love how Ray wrote it on his Twitter when he said that when people ask the question, when people or Deku asks, "Are you working with one fall?" or like, "Do you like?" That's a big important question that, like this person that Deku was saving, and just say multiple quirks. Are you working for or for one? And that's a huge question that's going to be important down the road of this coming arc, this last couple arcs of My Hero and everything, because this is huge now where everyone knows that there's people working for All for One. And now is when Deku looks like he has multiple quirks now. The people he's saving sees that there's black with smoke screen and there's speed there. So like, okay, what's going on? This guy works. Is he working for All for One? And Deku also accesses those villains too. So those things are very important, and that's what I love about this chapter. It's showing you the aftermath of the war and those jailbreakers. Those things are hitting right now a huge type of domino effect, and it's very important.
I agree because Deku right now he's currently in a mental state where he has to take care of everything on his own. He has all this anxiety, all this pressure. I think what All for One told the accomplices for the jailbreakers out, a reckless rampage born of anxiety and impatience. You take on the world alone to the point of exhaustion and ruin. Yes, indeed, just as you described. He knew this was gonna happen. He so really totally messed up Deku from that
Genius
last
tactician,
pre-petition.
man.
Very genius. And right now,
He said it. He said it, I think, last week on the chapter 2 weeks ago, saying that he knows how to read people and he knows how to do, I think, predictions. He said was his exact words. My man is literally like he could play a lotto and be winning money right now. Instead of him being a villain, he could be such a millionaire. Like instead of being a villain, because he literally is doing so good on this.
I think he knows
Yeah, and
people, but I don't know about the whole
Yeah.
luck and process lottery kind of thing.
Yeah, he knows people. And on top of that, like Deku is so much like All Might, and he's been fighting All Might for years. You know what I mean? And plus, like his 100+ years of experience gives him all of the tools that he needs. Like people aren't that complicated as much as they want you to think they are.
So that means you're saying that he has a good resume. If he wants to go to a job, you know, he has a good resume because he knows how to read people.
Yes, he
and
can
give
be
that
an
good
FBI
observation.
profiler for sure.
Shit, he'd probably be the one that's running the whole entire FBI, CIA, and all the other conspiracy stuff. It's all one man alone.
Definitely him. Like I know this is about to happen at 3:00 and 3 p.m. right now on this Saturday afternoon. I'm like, damn, that's so exact
The
detail.
man
and
is
everything.
conspiracy report. He doesn't need the whole hookups or water or anything. It's like just sit in the throne, be like, yeah, he's doing this, that, and this. Yeah, I know this. I'm just doing this, and that. And then you actually meet him, you fight, and then you end up fighting like a whole final boss, super boss, or something like that. So he is very good at reading people. Definitely triggered Deku to the point where I need to be like All Might, got exactly be like All Might, and he literally forgot what kind of hero he wanted to be, was literally to hear reasoning, to hear people out, and and to save civilians and people. Deku was willing to like literally take the entire hits of a mob, even though like they're being controlled and they don't want to. He can't hurt the people from there. He's just so tired and exhausted. Like he's just willing to take all these punches and weapons from this one guy's quirk called Dictator. I think that's insane. That's like a scary quirk to have. No wonder this guy got locked up. And
Definitely.
I don't know how Crust did it. Rest in peace, Crust. But he was the one that arrested this guy. It was during the Bloodless Surrender case. Interesting. There's like many profiles and cases from each jailbreakers, and that's just one of the stuff where I kind of want the backstory of this.
Mercenaries like All for One would be the best therapist or the worst. Yo, facts though.
Dude, he'd be like the Hannibal Lecter therapist. He gets you to kill people.
Right.
He gets you to kill people that he wants you to kill and whatnot.
That'd be some sad shit. What I was gonna say, did you guys notice the panel in page 8 and 9? In page 8, where the right is All for One and the left was All Might,
Mm-hmm.
both pointing at Deku saying you're next.
Yeah, the
Now it's your
parallel.
turn. Yeah, the parallel is fucking
Yeah.
wild. Like that is beautiful, but
Yeah, it
sad
just
as fuck.
shows the duality of his responsibility. Like he has the responsibility to be the best hero that he can be, to keep that peace that All Might brought to the world, and then also has to bear the burden of being the target of All for One as the Demon King, the ultimate evil. So yeah, man, the constant duality that Horikoshi has brought into the story, it's absolutely brilliant, man. Like this chapter has some really great dialogue in this. Like we already talked about it briefly, Sam brought it up, but my own feelings place a heavy burden on him. Nah, the kiddo sees every cause as a worthy one. For better or for worse, the manifestation of our quirks has enabled him to act on his primary motivation. He now seeks to save everyone as a true superhero.
Mm-hmm.
Love that dialogue, bro. Because if all you wanted to do was be an amazing hero, a great hero, the best hero, all he wants to do is save people, and now he has the power to do so. Like he said in the last chapter, where he is right now with all of these quirks is on par with All Might when he was at 100%. So he has, with great power comes great responsibility. He has a responsibility to do these things, but at the same time, he has a greater responsibility to save his energy and go after the great evil. Like, let the other heroes, the police, handle these villains that are on the street. They're about to get reinforcements. You need to rest up and focus on the one thing that needs to be done. But if you're there, how can I not save those people? Right? So the constant duality, I love it.
And then the next
I
panel,
love.
he's fighting another giant kaiju, some shark kaiju kind of thing.
Oh yeah, in page 8, right? Yeah, page
Yeah.
8. Yes, yeah, yes. That's looking amazing. But I do wanna add a comment on towards what James just said. Knowing that what the true superhero is, and knowing that what the previous eight predecessors just said, knowing that they put OD burden on his shoulder about Deku and what's going on, and I love how Nana said like my own feelings place a heavy burden on him, and like they all them know that what they just put is heavy on him, but they just not realize they know that he's acting accordingly the way he believes is a true superior, and they support that and they preach that, and they will support him on what he's doing, and I love that. Like that shows that they will back him up no matter what on he's doing. So I love that.
I feel like the symbolism altogether was kind of it's hurtful. No matter Deku how much trying to be the true hero, he's trying to save the civilians and everybody, and it's like literally everybody. You seen that panel where he's getting punched and beat up and kicked out in the ground, and he still think I just need a strategy. I just need something to think of something. He was trying to use either can I use air whip? Can I use black whip? Maybe nope, can't do it. Try and then he's on the floor getting beat up, and the only thing you see is the scarf coming off from the crowd. I think it's just very heavy and burdened. The people you're trying to protect are the ones being controlled and almost near killing you at this point. But yeah, our boy
I
Bakugo
do
came from the
agree.
save.
I do agree with what Mercenary said. That where is it? No, sorry, with what Worthy Champion said, that Deku is a Japanese version of Spider-Man. Like I do see
Mhm.
that bit because like Deku has that. With great power comes with great responsibility. Right now, like Mandu has a burden like no tomorrow as a hero. He already has all the quirks. He has to handle all for one and everything, and he has to make sure that he has this in good rest. But yes, he is not eating and resting, but he has such a great responsibility that he needs to handle this very well. And to me, I see that as a Japanese version of Spider-Man right now.
Yo, the anime is gonna kill like these last like couple of chapters, like
Mm-hmm.
because we only got to see one panel of Deku against this kaiju. We know he wins,
Mm-hmm.
but the anime is gonna take advantage of that and
I
show
wanted to
us
stretch
a
it.
fight.
I wanted.
It won't be a long fight, but
No.
at least we'll actually get to see a fight and actually
It's
see how Deku takes out the kaiju.
it kind of lets you know, like, compared to now Gigamakia now, who's also that kind of big size and the giant and the monster. Nope, Deku can take care of him now too. Like,
Oh yeah.
Incredible. Okay. Yeah, it's
shit,
just
you're
I knew that
it's
fight,
just
by the way.
it's to symbolize like yeah, not even Gigamakia is enough to take Deku down anymore. That sort of thing.
I need Deku versus Gigantomachia. I need it. I don't know when it'll happen because All for One has no plans to get him out of prison.
Yeah, he doesn't really
But
care.
I want it.
He's a pawn to him. He's a full on pawn for him. He doesn't need it.
Yeah, and he's already served his purpose.
So I see that chat already wants us to talk about. So Cameron says, Bakugo, you're coming back even if I have to make you. Deku, make me. Dynamite versus Deku round 3, place your best
Yep.
people.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it seems like the
We
chat
called it.
wants us to talk about it already.
Yep,
So we
so-
said it last week that Bakugo and Deku will be fighting part 3 very soon. And it might be sooner than expected because actually it might be next chapter in 2 weeks. So do we actually all believe that now that we saw him in the last panel of this chapter, do we all believe that part 3 will be happening next chapter or 2 chapters from now?
Definitely
That's
next
what
chapter.
I want.
Yeah, I definitely can
Because-
see next chapter because technically Bakugo's he said he's not alone, and you see him on the phone talking to. I'm guessing it's the rest of Class 1A for sure.
See, I heard you guys say that in the reaction. I thought that, but then I was like, you know what? Maybe he's talking to All Might or Endeavor, right? Because they know that the only person that he'll listen to is his rival, right? Like, I don't know if it'll be the students. I feel like the students would be better served on the streets helping people rather than all of them just going after Deku.
I mean,
You know what I mean? Like, I feel
mean-
like Bakugo could be the only one.
I mean, remember the pro heroes are also trying to take out the crime as well, and they know themselves that they're unmanned. And if Endeavor was gonna call Bakugo, he could have continued talking. He could have talked to Shoto at that moment during that text, which he didn't. He was too busy of his own doing something else.
Right.
For it to be All Might, we don't know the time between where All Might fell to like where Deku just left All Might on Father's Day and then just left on his own.
Yeah, that's where I feel like All Might would have called Bakugo and be like, he won't listen to me. I need you to try to talk to him because you are his rival. He'll listen to you. That's why I think he's either on the phone with All Might or Endeavor told him the same thing. Now, I would love to see Deku versus Bakugo 3 right now, but it could also go a different way where Deku just leaves, where Bakugo says exactly what Cameron says in chat, right? Like, you're coming back with me even if I have to make you. And then Deku's like, you can't, even if you tried. And then literally just dips. Would I prefer if the fight broke out right then so that Deku can prove to Bakugo that he can do it on his own? Yes. But would I be okay if it also went the other way? Yes.
I mean, I can also
Whatever
see it,
Horikoshi wants to give me.
I could definitely see it where like more criminals are coming out, try to take advantage of the whole heroes are fighting amongst themselves. So let's take this advantage to try to hurt them. And yet, but they're the casualties of during that fight and battle, especially just they're stopping crime while trying to fight with each other. I think that would be kind of cool too. They're eventually gonna have to have a back-to-back thing, like let's just get rid of these fathers and then we can continue our own fight kind of thing. Because we know Deku is like he's always using his danger sense and going to the next crime over crime over crime over crime. In this itself opportunity, it was an ambush from Dictator, and I'm guessing for the other criminals as well. So I definitely, I feel like this is like the best battlefield for them already for Deku versus Bakugo, and then in the empty city, full of criminals all around trying to ambush, trying to attack them from the side and everything. I think that's like the best battlefield you can ever ask for from a whole rivalry fight, if you ask me. Everybody else hits you, and then you're fighting with your best friend.
I was gonna add also it would be pretty dope. If Bakugo when he sees Deku face to face and he'd be like, God, explosion, murder, dynamite is here, return to duty, and like it'd be something cool. And I'm like, yo, I'm Deku, I'm leaving, like something like where they could say their code names or the hero names. I'd love to hear that. And two, did you guys see that in the page 11 that guy of the dictator and those people that are being controlled, they're by the statue of All Might, I am here. That is wild. So remember that we saw the statue before the Liberation War, and when we saw some kids looking at that statue, so it just throws back that we're here now. and there is no type of symbol of hope right now. So it's just wild that it's showing you with a dictator that there is no hope right now. Like it shows that more of the symbolism. That's wild.
Yeah, definitely. Like and on top of that, like I also saw from Deku's perspective, like him looking at that statue and then also seeing like a villain right below it controlling all of these innocent people. Like it just this only pushes Deku even further into his belief that he just has to keep pushing and not stop so that people can believe and hope again. Like there's so many different things that Horikoshi puts into these panels and into this story, man. Like he's truly goated for me, dude.
I in the chat they them said that it could be La Brava. That'd be interesting if Baku was working with Gentle, La Brava, like different type of vigilantes as well as others as heroes. That'd be pretty interesting too.
Meh. If it happens, like I don't care, but it's like if you're asking me, I don't care. Bakugo doesn't seem like the type that would like befriend La Brava or Gentle or even like work with them on a team. Like he's been with his classmates at 1A and he barely wants to work with them. Like I don't really see that happening. I won't be upset if it does. Like I think that would be sick, but like I don't personally see that happening. I would if he's not there alone, I want him to be there with the people from 1A, like a couple of them, right?
I mean, like last video, Ray said it's gonna be Ochako is gonna be the one that helps snap out of Deku. I still
That's
say
true.
I hope she's
That's-
there with Bakugo.
that's
yeah.
why I'm saying like it's gonna have to be class 1A, especially because right now even more we're near the All Might statue. Aren't they kind of near UA, the school already in the sort of?
No, if I remember correctly, the statue is in the center of the city that you is in. But like for example, like here's the city, you is like here, but the statue is in the center of the city, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I really want it to be just Bakugo. Like, I'll be fine if it's the other classmates there as well, but I want it to be just Bakugo trying to put some sense into his friend. But if everyone else shows up too, I'm happy.
And I gotta say, with what James said earlier of seeing some scenes adapted in that page 9 and 10 of him getting that flashback of his mom, Gran Torino, and everybody else in that page 11. I'm sorry,
His
page
glorious
10
purpose, man.
Who is he fighting for?
when he says smile together again. I can't imagine how the anime is gonna handle that OST and have everyone flashback while the hero, but AK looking like villain, is there just walking by but thinking like positive thoughts. Like the only reason he's doing all this is because he wants to smile again together with everyone else. Like that's just beautiful. You know, chef's kiss.
I'm kind of glad that they didn't bring in the boy that kicked him in the nuts.
He wants to smile with him too. He just don't like it because he kicked him in the nuts. And that's very important for the boy.
I mean, yes.
So like,
it's very important for all men.
and like,
Also, Vash, like what you said in your reaction about this panel of Bakugo, this is definitely like one of my favorite like Bakugo panels ever
looks
made.
beautiful.
Like this is one of my favorites for sure. Like it just looks so clean. Like the art's amazing. Like love Bakugo.
like look at that. Like, I don't know what is it that like the panel. Like I don't know if it's the hair, the face, and it just looks so interesting. Like, and him just saying he's here, guys. I don't know. It's just kind of so interesting.
And question for you guys. So we see Bakugo do the AP shot, and then we get this quick glimpse of is that number 2 or 3? Is that user 2 or 3? I can't remember what number he is.
That's number 2. That
Okay.
was the leader.
Yeah. So I love that. That's like a nice, quick little callback to the beginning of the chapter when he was talking. Pretty much, I'm paraphrasing, but he's pretty much talking about the only one that Deku will listen to would be Bakugo. You know what I mean? So it's like I love that.
Because like technically Bakugo's the one that's the whole out of control, don't listen and going straight forward kind of thing. Yet, but this time Bakugo's the only has the sounding sense of mind to help convince Midoriya. Even though like for Bakugo it was a different student, but this time the situation Deku needs Bakugo more than ever. And if people feel like this fight where Deku gets the fight between Deku and Bakugo is gonna slaughter from Deku's side. I guess someone in the chat says Aizawa. I guess you could use Aizawa to nullify all of Deku's quirks, just so that you can finally like stay calm, rest, and at least hear us out, sort of thing.
Question for you: do you guys actually think that erasure could work on One for All?
It did work before.
Yeah,
That's true.
when
That's true. It did work before.
It did
Never
work
mind.
It did work
And
before.
remember, it worked on
You're right,
Shigaraki.
you're right.
Remember, it worked on Shigaraki too.
You're
That's
right,
the only
you're right.
reason they're all alive.
But would it work? Yeah, because technically Eraser's doing it on one person now. But I'm curious now if Eraser could do it on Deku now, knowing that he has more than one quirk. So would it be working as a person or would it be working as a quirk? I'm curious about that.
I mean, like Sam said, like he erased One for All. So I mean, without One for All, he doesn't have access to the other quirks. So I think, like, if he erases one, that he would do all of them. You know?
The reason why
Maybe.
it didn't like fully nullify all of Shigaraki's quirk is all he had was the hyper regeneration and the crazy amount of strength that.
Well,
almost
he
matched
did.
All
He
Might.
did nullify all the quirks, but
Yeah,
his body was enhanced.
Yeah.
That's not a quirk. His
body
body was
enhancement,
physically
yeah.
changed for super strength and speed. Well, he has speed via super strength.
mm-hmm.
So it's like that he couldn't erase because that's a physical trait. So
Exactly. So physical trait is the ones that he can't nullify. But all in all, yeah, he could literally shut down One for All's quirks and everything. If that's the only way that Deku could calm down and go to sleep or whatnot, or at least let him listen to him, let him listen to them. Yeah,
yeah, I can't remember who said it earlier in chat, but if Shinzo, it was Dem. If Shinzo shows up, if he's there to help like put Deku to sleep, just to like get this dude
restraining him. Yeah.
to rest, and then they can restrain him, that would be dope too.
I think also did you guys notice how Bakugo's suit on the edges is kind of broken up a bit, like pieces wise? I'm curious to know that he rushed out of UA since Deku left as well because he didn't get repairs on his suit. So that means he didn't get the chance to actually go to the support items and get like a new suit or get a new costume. So that means
there's no time,
I
man.
mean, there's no time
Yeah.
for that, man. And like, he didn't even have to wear his mask.
That's true. They
He's
didn't
not
wear
wearing
his
his mask.
mask.
Like at this point, like everybody's free for all to do whatever they want. So what's the point of hiding your identity anymore? Well, except for Deku because he's the one going like trying to save everybody around the world. Also, time is even more efficient because it's even more strained because Endeavor himself, like the official dispatch date for the foreign heroes, will be deciding soon. That means there will be a lot more personnel available for expanded operation. They are getting backup from other countries and stuff like that, but who knows when that's gonna happen. And if they can't do something to lower the numbers of the criminals or to at least cripple the villain side, it'd be a lot tougher even with backup and reinforcements. That's another big thing and responsibilities that the heroes in Japan have to worry about.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. Like, we don't know when the cavalry is going to get here because all Endeavor says is that the official dispatch dates for the foreign heroes will be decided soon. So they're going to make a decision soon. And who knows how long, like, who knows when those dates will be and how long it'll take the other heroes to travel.
For me, I'm curious to know that if we're gonna also touch with Endeavor and with Edshot and their crew, because even Mata Lady even said that she said that Deku's the only person that could go against or for one. So what are the other heroes that's with Endeavor and Hawks and the Best Genius doing right now while Deku continues doing what he's doing? And I want to know what happened with Stain. We left off with Stain last week chapter, and we don't know what the fuck happened. So hurry, I still haven't forgotten that shit. I need to know what's going on with Stain in that conversation. So hurry, I'm next chapter in 2 weeks. I better see what happened with Stain, because if not, I'm gonna still be questioning that every week. I'm gonna be like, yo, so Stain.
Nah,
So Stain,
especially with the introduction of Bakugo coming in, we're definitely not seeing Stain in this next chapter, unless it's like the last panel again. But yeah, I don't think it's happening. Maybe
I'm like,
maybe
damn
not for
it.
the next 2 chapters. Maybe.
Raising their chat. They've been showing how much he's been bleeding. I wonder if that's leaving an opening for Stain. I mean,
Yeah, Stain
yeah,
could stop him too.
that's actually very
Yes, they
true.
could just be like, and just stop him. Just stop him from moving.
Dude, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
the blood that's on Deku right now are like days old, kind of thing. That's like
That is
dried
true.
up.
Them also brings up a good question. What was also with Toga whereabouts? We've been asking this every week in our review. Like, we also
Yeah,
want to know, like,
literally.
yeah, like, where's Toga? Like, where is it? Like, we're technically
It
in,
feels
like,
like we only got like a cameo right now, and that's just from the that's just from Deku's thinking. I have to put the Stop Shigaraki and the League. Hey, look, it's Toga spot cameo kind of thing.
yeah, it's like where is she? What she's doing? Like, is she trying to find Deku? Was Yoraka and everything? So we're still getting little small fragments. I just can't wait to find out what's more of the continuation of this story, because I feel like it's just been getting better each chapter. To know Baku and everybody's blowing up, and I love how we're also getting other smaller villains, but small backstory of those villains and connecting it to people that died or people that kind of retired or quit being a hero. So I love how Hori is with those little quick flashback stories, but we don't really need a full story of them. If we wanted, we could get it for a spin-off or whatever. But I love how we get those little small type of segments. Okay, this guy is a dictator. He got captured by Cross. Okay, cool. We get more information on what Cross did in the past. So I love how we've been getting slowly about this type of villains and heroes in the past.
So, guys, I also noticed another thing.
Yeah.
It's also raining again. Should we talk about
Is
20
it?
minutes?
Oh shit, it's still raining.
Yeah, it is.
I guess we gotta talk for another 20 minutes about the rain.
All right, so
it
the
seems
rain.
like
All right,
every
cool
setting.
stuff.
It seems like every setting that All for One like plan like, yeah, we gotta take
Oh,
him on the
shit.
rain, this rain, that rain.
So the rain's gonna make his clothes really heavy, therefore making him so much slower.
And any
And
kind of
it's gonna make
fire
it more
abilities, and
dampy.
anything that comes and help him, oh, it's gonna be a hard time to shoot out fire in the rain.
That means that means Baku, that means Endeavor are going to be more useless because rain. That means Shoto's not going to be there because rain. And that means any water quirks that's going to be there is going to be more elevated to be more stronger because of rain.
I would love to see a panel or like a scene in a animated movie from My Hero where it's raining and Shoto's able to freeze the rain and use it as like ice bullets, dude.
Mhm.
Like, let's get it, man.
Ooh, some ice bullets, some type of
Icicle assault kind of thing. Yeah.
no. I was gonna say the guy, I forgot the person's name, but we used to call him the Yeti from the League of Villains that has that snow or ice power.
Genten?
I would,
Genten.
yeah, Genten. Yeah, thank you. I would like to see more of him because he reminds me a bit of Iceman from the X-Men. So I really wish we could see more of that and to see Genten versus Shoto, to see that type of little fire and ice type of duality versus Genten. That would be pretty interesting.
World Champion
It's
says
just
the rain
when that'll
symbolizes
happen.
World Champion said the rain symbolizes Deku. I mean, that's pretty true.
Gloomy.
That's
Dark.
pretty true.
The moment of his first shock when he couldn't save the ex-pro hero.
Ooh,
Oh, you don't remember that waifu that you called dibs that you had no idea that was gonna happen? Oh,
hey, she alive. That's what matters. That's the main important thing. She alive. That is the key. Somehow she survived. I don't know how, but she alive. She's breathing.
Genten's a guy.
Genshin's a
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, I'm looking at the My Hero wiki right now.
If I'm correct, Genten's a guy. Yeah, if I'm correct, yeah. If I'm correctly remembering, yeah.
And his alias is Iceman. Interesting.
Of
It is?
course.
Oh, damn, wow.
Yeah.
Makes sense and everything for that.
Yeah, this is
what
the
he
official
said,
like My Hero wiki.
the rain symbolizes Deku's pain and anguish, and how Baku is a shining sun bursting through the rain as it stops and shines down upon him. Yo, if that happens next week chapter, that would be so cute, adorable. The rain stops and the sun is just shining on Deku and Bakugo. That'd be so cute, adorable. It's like, oh, my line shining of hope. right there. Oh, that'd be beautiful symbolism.
With all this, with
That'd be
all
a bit.
this rain, I'm sure a beautiful rainbow will come out of it.
And that's where you get the what's that cereal called? I forgot. The Lucky Charms or something.
I was quoting from Full Metal Alchemist and Brotherhood when Mustang was
Oh.
crying, "Oh yeah, it's raining," and then like Hawkeye's like, "Yeah, but I'm sure a
Yeah.
beautiful rainbow will come."
Oh yeah. Mustang, man. And Ray, how's that? Oh wow. You know, Sam, I just noticed that you have the YouTube side, RayApollo
Yes, bro.
in spirit.
He is with us in spirit.
Yeah, I mean, in chat, he just said, I need the Dark Knight lightning strike when Deku is looking over the city. Bro, yes, please now.
Oh,
Dude, I need him standing on top of that gargoyle again at
we
night.
need
It's
that
raining,
in the
the
anime.
lightning strikes. Oh, man, let's go.
We need that in the anime ASAP as well. Because in
I
the
am
anime that'd be
vengeance.
beautiful.
I
Dark
am
Knight.
the knight. I am Deku.
Yes. Yo, for the dub, that'd be amazing. I'll be like, yo, I don't care. Yeah, do that for the dub, but just say, I'll be like, yo, I'm Vengeance, I'm Dark, I'm Deku. I'll be like, that's it. Let's go. That's the only time more excuse for Funimation to dub a different line for whatever the sub says. I'm like, that's amazing. I fuck with this. I'm good.
Ray said he's scary looking as fuck. Yeah, he is actually very scary looking. Yeah, his abilities is like Spider-Man, but he looks like Venom. Basically, every time he's walking, he looks like he's like dragging his
He
entire
does look
body
like
and
Venom
moving.
Spider-Man, yeah.
So like, give or take, it's more Venom than Spider-Man, if you ask me.
It's curious to see what is Deku's like. I really have no theory. Like as my last and final thoughts with our review / discussion of chapter 318, I'm really curious to know. Sorry. I don't really have any theories of what's gonna be happening after this conversation or Deku Bago, or if there's a conversation or if there's a fight. Like I really don't know in what direction we could go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
A
can hear
little
you.
staticky,
A little
but you
staticky
are
in the
here.
beginning.
Just a little bit. Oh,
Yeah, I'll
man.
take it.
I got 3 bars instead of 1 now.
Oh, nice.
All right, it's something. It's something. But talk to us.
The spirit of Ray, please talk to us.
I guess you're not gonna talk to us.
Do we need a Ouija
Yeah,
board?
I guess that 3 bars dropped back to 1.
Should I have the Ouija board?
Oh, no.
No,
No, we don't play that.
That was my bad. I clicked the wrong button.
Okay, so talk to us, Ray.
That's what we were. He tripped up, and he almost got a lot of people hurt.
Sorry, Ray. Can you repeat that from the beginning? You got cut
Yeah,
off.
just the beginning.
Sorry.
Yeah, we can. Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Yes.
hi,
Are we
Rachel.
still here now?
Yes, you're the Anime Lately podcast station right now.
Oh, good. I mean, I'm thanks.
Whose name is this?
Long time listener, first time caller. Thank you, PP. I appreciate it. But no, this chapter was real good. This is the Deku we were worried about making mistakes. Like we knew it was coming. And now he's got to be doing.
Pause, Ray, please. Ray?
Hello?
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Hi.
Oh yeah, no, the mountains are saying no, my guy. The mountains said no, not today.
Wait, you're sounding clear
Yeah.
now. You were sounding clear.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Oh, well, anyway, before I lose signal again, y'all basically covered all the good stuff. So,
Oh, okay.
It's like, all right, let me say something before it gets off. It gets cut off. And we might have lost Vash now. Do we?
How do we lose
dropping
Vash?
like flies. I don't know what's happening.
Wait, we're hearing very quickly. Wait,
Yeah.
your thoughts now.
Oh, what? It was great. Bakugo better slap him real good. That's it.
if he can.
He
Hey, I'm
won't be
back
able to,
too.
but I wish it would.
I'm back. I don't know what happened there, but I'm back.
Well, I don't know. See, they're kicking us all out.
You know, it only took Vash to literally kick out of the room for Ray to sound so much clearer and better right now.
How about that? Go figure.
Really?
Yes, yeah, Ray, you sound good right now. We hear you completely.
So good. But no, this chapter was fantastic. Really showing you I guess Hori has a mastery of his story unlike anybody else. There's stuff that he's been using from the beginning of his story that he's now making more important than ever, which is wild. So
Agree.
did I lose
Do you
y'all? Y'all
have-
still here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're still here.
Do you have any thoughts for Black Clover Kaiju before you lose signal again?
Kaiju number 8 was great. That actually gave me the story that I wish that Black Clover gave us. Black Clover was good, but we'll see next week.
Yeah, good point. Good point. All right.
Thoughts in the rain, Ray?
You can't stop the rain.
No, you cannot.
You can't stop believing.
It's raining right now
that's
where
a
I am
different
too.
song.
So feeling.
I see. So the feeling is mutual with the rain or Deku and everything. Hopefully you don't have. Hopefully you don't have any type of dictator. In front of you on the road.
No, we good.
Okay, that's good.
Thoughts on the Bakugo appearance, Ray?
It's about time. It's about damn time.
Yes, sir.
I need more of my son. I need him to have actual dialogue with Deku. That has to happen.
Yeah, real dialogue, especially
Like,
in this moment.
I need
too.
him. I need him to actually talk to him. Like, because he surpassed you by so much now. You can't help but talk to him as an equal. So,
I mean,
if not,
they need to fight.
And by the
I
way,
mean, think about it, James. Even when All Might was dying and had restraints on him, he gave them the work.
Yeah, bro. You know what? I want to go back and watch that episode now.
It's so good.
and by the way, since we're all four of us is hearing each other, I want to officially call dibs on Red Hood.
I
The
already
character.
did, as Brandon on Twitter. I called dibs on Twitter. You can't
You
beat me,
reserve.
son.
You reserved. The chapter officially dropped today.
I read it
you
this
reserved.
morning, just before you did. I got that. I called them dibs, baby. That's Trido.
I mean, like, you also have to account for spoilers, since Thursday kind of thing too.
Black is trying to steal her on Twitter right now, so you guys are gonna have to take that up with him too.
Do I need to go and quote tweet that? Because it'll show you. The one person who's working on the manga.
You make a good point on that. So if you want, just retweet it and then just tag me in Black. Since I reserve it at 11 in the morning today. But I guess.
Oh no, this was days ago.
Days.
Alright, so I guess-
Days.
So I guess you reserve it like a hotel room.
You ain't got no
days in
choice
advance.
but to take that L. Take it.
I guess I gotta take the L. Shit. All right, cool.
Yeah, you get two L's in a row. One blew up and then you lost one. Wow.
Wow.
Damn. So that's how it's gonna be.
Worthy
That's how it always
champions.
is,
Worthy champion says, pulling my age card. The dibs
Age card.
because
That just means you're gonna be. You won't have it very long. So no.
That's very true. But any last thoughts for these chapters? Since it seems like we cover My Hero, Kaiju, and Black Clover very well, and we don't know, guys. Chat, YouTube. We don't know if we're gonna do a show next week since we only have technically officially Black Clover. So we just have to see what we're gonna actually do or talk about. So we will keep you guys updated on the YouTube side and on the Twitter side and know what's officially happening.
Yeah, if there's a chapter this week, we could just review the new Kaiju number 8 chapter on the main show. Like we can talk about that while we're gaming for episode 100.
Yeah.
And then Sunday we can either decide to take a break or we could give our general thoughts on maybe one or two webtoons. Not a full review, but
there's
if
a
we
new one I
wanted
want to
to
talk about with y'all. So yes.
Okay, yeah.
Because
So we can do that.
behind the scenes. Then definitely we could.
Because I know the chat. I know the chat wants webtoons, right? So if we can pick two titles and just get a couple chapters, just read a couple chapters, get first thoughts, and then we can just do that for Sunday's show.
I'm with that.
Yep.
Chat.
And I will
let
be
us
I
know.
will be back at home for the next show.
Hey,
Dope.
glad
So,
you're enjoying the
thank you.
vacation, bro, but we do miss you.
Mhm.
I miss y'all too. We having a great time.
Same here. Because I'm taking on vacation too, technically. But any last thoughts about My Hero Black Clover Kaiju number 8 team?
You know, is it next Sunday yet? I mean, well, technically, is it
Right.
July 11th yet? I'm waiting
Right.
on July 11th now. So, yep.
Very true. James?
I need more from Black Clover right now. Like I need more from Megicula. There's other characters that I want to get to. So I am personally just looking for expansion with Black Clover right now. My Hero, just give me more, man. Like I can't wait until June 11th for 319. That's gonna be sick. Kaiju, same thing. Just give me more. I like that it's going bi-weekly. I would love maybe just 5 more pages if it's gonna be bi-weekly. Just maybe 5 more pages. And I'll be happy, right? So just give me more.
For me, I would say
JJK, I miss you, BB. I miss you, JJK.
Yes,
I miss you so much.
facts.
We
You
still-
know, I was thinking about that today. Like, damn,
No, Kiki.
where's the JK today? But I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot it's on break. But I miss the JK, like Ray just brought up. Kaiju number 8 is so good. I'm happy to see bi-weekly. Can't wait to see the new chapter this Thursday or next week. Can't wait to see what find out what's the official one. And for what it is, the story that's gonna bring up to us, what's the next arc where we're going towards in Kaiju number 8. And for Black Clover, I'm on the same page with James and Ray. It was cool for Mijikula. She's a scary little bitch lolly. Girl got some weird ass smiling eyes and everything, but she's gonna bring something crazy and wild to the roster. But hopefully, it's actually consistent week to week with what Tabata's gonna bring. Hopefully, that satisfies our palate. And My Hero, Bakugo, Deku, bring them hands, bring them kicks. Let's see what you guys got, and I can't wait to see what happens 2 weeks from now.
Real quick, super random, but saw F9 yesterday. Han lives like around Shibuya. I thought that was awesome.
That's dope.
So, guys, I think we can wrap
Sam.
it up here. Ray, can you please give us your plugs while we still have service?
Y'all know who I am. If you don't by now, I'm sorry.
That was our RayApollo. He was talking in spirit. James, your plugs?
Yeah, you guys can find me all over social media at JBXclusive and at See4 Spoilers. As soon as Vash sees F9, we will have an F9 review sometime this week coming up. I will be doing a lot more clips from the last Villains episode. I'm going to clip out all of the news, clip out a couple of the segments, some theories that Steve and Abe came up with on the show that was really, really dope. So look out for those clips during the week. And we'll see you guys on Thursday and then next Sunday.
Bash.
Yeah, definitely can't wait to talk about that with the guys and everything. And definitely, guys, follow me at LegendDVash everywhere else. Continue to subscribe to Anime Daily and Careful Spoilers. Continue pushing Careful Spoilers for 500 subs. That is a channel that me and James love to do. Villains is every goddamn Friday nights. Definitely continue because we review Loki every single Friday. And then we're going to jump into a different type of review of styles of TV shows and series and animated shows. But we'll keep you guys more up to date on what we're gonna do. Twitter and everything is gonna be voting because I know me and James said that we're gonna have the audience choose what we're gonna do next. So definitely, guys, stay tuned for that. Continue supporting, and thank you guys for doing what you're doing.
Yes, like what Vash just said, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. We appreciate your support, of course. We're trying to reach 10,000 subscribers. It's an achievement. We're trying to get there. We are halfway around the year. I still think we could. It is still possible, but we'll have to see. This has been the Shonen Ronins, episode 9. Hope you guys have a good day. Peace.